Hey guys, what's up? It's Finch here. We're going to be bringing you guys a game from the World Cup Pokemon. I'm actually like 1 or 2 turns late into the game, so we're going to just say that at the lead is looking at the teams. We got a bulky offensive team from Twixtry here. Actually looks more like Hyper Offense, honestly. It has Urshifu, Rillaboom, Hawlucha, Magearna, Toxtricity, and Cinderace. Yeah, it just looks like 6 offensive mons that synergize pretty nicely. No Stealth Rock. It's kind of a weird sort of offense, if you will, thrown together, but it does really well at breaking balance, just given the Pokemon. I mean, the Rillaboom plus Hawlucha Core tears them apart. Specific Magearna sets can do well. Could even be potentially Grassy Seed on the Magearna. Definitely Grassy Seed on the Hawlucha, of course. Toxtricity is always an interesting Pokemon. This matchup might not be the best for it, as it's facing both the Gigalith and Excadrill, and also then a Cinderace in the back as well. And Cinderace is obviously one of the best Pokemon in the metagame right now. As for Mind Gaming, looks like he's running an interesting Sand team with an unconventional Sand Setter and Gigalith, but it gives a really good match against things like Volcarona, non-high jump kick Cinderace, and on top of that, it does pretty well against Rotom Heat too, and it's just a great special bulk in Sand. That plus Excadrill makes some sense here. We have a Slowbro and Tangrowth defensive core, which is cool, but he doesn't really have a great Wicked Blow response with that core, so he goes with Magearna as a Fire type and Alakazam around team out, which makes a ton of sense. Oh, gotta pause, sorry. So yeah, he has the nice core there. One thing that's worth noting is he's got 6 Pokemon vulnerable to spikes, and Excadrill is the only spinner on his team, so he's got to be pretty careful there, but with that said, he's not facing any entry hazard, so he should be able to get away with it here, so it's going to be a pretty tight matchup for sure. So when you see Toxtricity lead off against Gigalith, and that he doesn't want to potentially attack into a plus against Gigalith or Excadrill, so he switches out to Rillaboom, which matches up well against both. And Rillaboom now comes in and is able to threaten things, but right off the bat, he goes for a U-turn into the Magearna, which might be choice banded. 4 times resist, so we don't really tell for sure, but the Cinderace now comes in and it heals up Sand damage with the Grassy Train, and now still to pose a major threat here as it goes for the bulk up as Slowbro comes in to try and check it, but Slowbro has to be careful of something like Sucker Punch, so if it's status move or teleport, you might want to go to that here. He goes for Sucker Punch on a attacking move, but wait, eject button forced it out. Oh my gosh, hold the phone, this is getting pretty weird, guys. He attacked with the eject button. I'm not sure about that, honestly. Maybe he's expecting another bulk up. I don't know if that was always the play, but either way, we're going to see the Slowbro come back in here, and he's going to be on another bulk up. Is he going to go for an attack predicting? No, he just goes for teleport predicting Sucker Punch, but now this is a +2/+2 Cinderace against with Sucker Punch for Alakazam, so this is a huge threat to Mind Gaming. I don't know if he's going to be able to beat this. Zen Headbutt here at +2, he's going to do 57%, and okay, Toxic lands. That's crisis averted for Mind Gaming, but he still might lose. Actually, Slowbro should be able to wall this now, yeah. No, Slowbro should be able to eat +2 attacks times 2. And to make matters worse, Powerball misses. So now, all of a sudden, that huge threat for Twixtry is pretty much thwarted entirely. There's just no reason for him to attack. He could just click Teleport here, or yeah, Teleport here to Gigalith to set Sand up again, and then go right back to Slowbro. Or alternatively, if he's scared of the +2 attack to a killing after it outdamages a Regenerator, then what he could do is just go for the Slack Off here. You should never go for an attack here. So it risks the Sucker Punch. But yeah, no, this is actually a really good position for Mind Gaming now after getting a Toxic off. I almost feel as if that's one of the downsides of running the bulk up Cinderace, as in it can't really follow through. It can't really finish things out. Like, even a +1 Sucker Punch there wasn't able to do enough to Slowbro to where now it's basically already at full health. And Gigalith wasn't able to be broken. I mean, we replaced Gigalith with a Powdon or Rhyperior, and it's still not breaking it. So yeah, Teleport there on the Urshifu switch. Twixtry decided that, yeah, he wasn't going to break it with that, so he's going to go to his Urshifu, and Urshifu actually does really well against Mind Gaming's team. The thing is that Rocky Helmet Tangrowth should be able to take any one hit easily and get a Sleep Powder off, so it's probably going to force him out here, and probably bait in the Rillaboom or Toxtricity here, or maybe he could just go to the Cinderace and say, okay, I'm already status, it's fine, but this actually looks like an advantageous position for Mind Gaming now, with everything considered. So yeah, that's actually really cool. But looking a bit deeper into this game here, Mind Gaming's team, yeah, it really is vulnerable to spikes, toxic spikes. So not facing any of those was a huge advantage for him. And also with Sandrill against a hyper offensive team, it does mean that Rillaboom is going to do pretty well. But he does have a good Rillaboom answer in Tangrowth, who's able to use the Drill and even Alakazam as revenge killing mechanisms. Now he goes Gigalith here, which is smart because it sets Sand, and now he can just go Tangrowth here, force Rocky Helmet, only take about 15-20% net damage after a Generator, and scout what he locks into. So he actually locks in the U-turn, which isn't going to... Oh, it's eject button. What? Alright, this is some big brain stuff here. This is double eject button into Drill and Zam. And I'm thinking it might be some wonky Magearna to have used that as well. So, Mind Gaming is on some really cool shit with this team, I gotta say. Not sure if I could pull this off personally, but I think it's a really, really intriguing concept of pairing eject button users with things to abuse the free pivoting. So you go to your regenerator Pokemon on the offensive Pokemon going for the offensive move, you see what they're locked into, and you can go to your faster offensive Pokemon, be it Drill and Sand or Alakazam, and take advantage of it. And I think that's amazing. I think that's a really cool strategy that Mind Gaming is employing here, and Team Germany elected to use for this game. It's something that we saw in NU last generation. Some weather teams used recycle, eject button, I believe, Slowbro. It just couldn't get knocked off, basically. But yeah, no, it's a cool strategy. He goes for Iron It here, and that's like, is that Sand Force? Well, that's Choice Band, I think. That's probably Choice Band. And wow, that Iron Head actually does a lot of damage to the entirety of Twixtry's team. And assuming it is, in fact, of the Sand Rush Choice Banded variety, all Cinderace can do is get a Sucker Punch off here for about 40%, maybe 45%, and then go down. However, the Urshifu should live a hit. The Rillaboom should live a hit and kill with a Choice Band attack potentially. But oh, maybe he is Sand Force after all. Maybe that was Sand Force and he just didn't want to be. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe he just didn't want to take the Sucker Punch damage because he's finally letting the Electricity in because now he could just, reset things with the Drill again. I'm honestly not too sure what that was about. That's hard to say. Well, either way, Boom Burst does 92 there, which is monumental amount of damage, but that not only lives, meaning it's going to be able to stay intact to check the Hawlucha, which really wasn't a worthwhile risk by Mind Gaming my ass, unless it's a defensive Magearna to tank a +2 close combat. But on top of that, it also means close combat does really well from Twixtry's side from Urshifu now. But with that said, it does let the Drill come in here, and it can potentially pick up another kill. However, you have to be careful of this being a Shift Gear Drain Punch Toxtricity, which US West featured last round, and a +1 Drain Punch could really clean things up against Excadrill here. So, yeah, I think I would have hard drilled. He just goes Earthquake and takes a Toxtricity. Okay, good play there. Now I assume he goes Rillaboom. Yup, and I would probably U-turn here on the Tangrowth into the Hawlucha and try and take advantage of that Slowbro being weakened. Overall, taking the Boom Burst with Slowbro there, I just don't think was an optimal play there from the Mind Gaming side. I think letting that take damage when you could really use it to sponge close combats or check Hawlucha isn't best. Maybe he doesn't have a move to beat Hawlucha on it. Maybe it's just Scald, not Future Sight or anything like that. But also, Scald is able to potentially do 40-45%. And even with that in mind, it might live too, but at the same time, Eliminate you can burn, so you get the chance of burn, you get the chance of living a +2 hit, even a +4 hit, or 2 +2 hits after Grassy Drain. I just don't see a world in where letting the Slowbro take the damage is worthwhile rather, relative to Excadrill, because Excadrill still dies to a Choice Band Grassy Glide, I believe in. I don't see a reason why I just keep it in here. So he goes Magearna here on the Woodhammer, and that does 6. Oh my god. That Woodhammer just went to town. And now Hawlucha looks really good in this game. And honestly, it's a great prediction with the Woodhammer, knowing that he didn't want to let in the Hawlucha on the U-turn and go Tangrowth. So therefore, he went for the Woodhammer, predicting a mid-ground, such as the Magearna. And that was a great play there by Twixtry. I really commend him for that play. However, it's not over for Mind Gaming quite yet. He has leftovers Magearna, so it's probably slower than the Rillaboom, i.e. it's not Scarf, but we weren't really going to be using Scarf on the team with Alakazam and Sandrill anyway. It's more interesting to see what he's going to do to follow up. He might just go Tangrowth here, or he might just let go of the Magearna. I'm really unsure. The thing is, if he goes Tangrowth on a Hawlucha double, or something else, then it could be troublesome. But going Tangrowth on the Woodhammer would be great, and I think if you're Twixtry, you just click Woodhammer here, so yeah. But we shall wait and see. I really don't think Twixtry's going to risk the Hawlucha on this turn when it's potential for the Magearna to stand and go for Flare Cannon, or even for, Slowbro fodder, whatever it might be. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Twixtry is taking his time here. He's down to 10 seconds, as you guys can see. Mind Gaming is also taking his time. He's now down under a minute of time, so we're going to see a move clicked in the pretty immediate future. It's just a matter of what it's going to be, and I think it's going to be Woodhammer on the Tangrowth, as in Woodhammer from the Rillaboom. But no, he doubles. Oh my god, he doubled Hawlucha. Is he going to get it right? Did he get it right? He got it right in the Tangrowth. What a play from Twixtry. Wow. And he showed so much balls with that. He goes for Swords, but wait, not substitute. Oh, and he dodges a Sleep Powder. Oh my goodness. That seemed unnecessary. Maybe it's not substitute, but it does kill with the +2 acrobatics, and that's looking really, really good for Twixtry here. That is quite unfortunate for Mind Gaming, but I'm surprised if it wasn't sub Holucha, because Substitute is far and away the best fourth move on Holucha right now in my eyes. Specifically the set that set that I use even on the ladder, but not really. I'm not trying to take credit for sub because I'm not the first person to use it, but rather it takes say Scald and Toxic Foul Play from Mandibuzz, etc. Plus one defense, knockoff from Mandibuzz. It just goes a long way. Toxic from Hippo. I think just sub Holucha is like really the main reason to use it right now because it increases the pool of things it could set up on, but I guess he didn't need it there, and the plus 2 acrobatics does indeed take out the Slowbro. Slowbro's trying to catch him on a Swords Dance, and that is looking like game. Twixtry is going to emerge victorious in his game against Mind Gaming. Mind Gaming showed a lot of promise in his early games in this tournament using some really cool teams, and this is no exception to that rule, but letting the Slowbro take crucial damage definitely is going to come and bite him in the you-know-what. Now, hopefully, for the sake of Twixtry, this is going to be faster than Drill here. If not, then maybe a Choice Band Iron Head can do the trick here. I'm not quite sure if it's Sand Force or Sand Rush still. I mean, honestly, I'd have to run some calcs, but yeah, and Zam, of course, is not going to be Sash because Life Orb Zam is just far and away the better set right now. The Sleep Powder Miss also very much hurt Mind Gaming, not trying to deflect that reality, but also the combined odds of a second turn wake and B, a potential miss. It basically makes it close to a 50-50, so Mind Gaming can't really complain, especially given that he let the Slowbro take damage, but it was definitely unfortunate nonetheless, and that helped give Twixtry a relatively easy victory relative to what it would have been otherwise. So yeah, congratulations to Twixtry and Team Europe on the first win in this series, and I'm going to be bringing you guys more games from the World Cup Pokemon in the near future, so definitely stay tuned for that. We are in the Final Four, guys. This is semi-final content. We've got Europe versus Germany and Italy versus France, so two really great series between European teams. Definitely stay tuned for more. And if you guys enjoy this content, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. But anyway, big shout out to Holucha here. And be sure to like, comment, subscribe. All right, have a great day, guys. Peace out. Bye.